All right. We'll make it loud. So I'm Tim Nicklas. I'm a biomedical engineer at the Children's Hospital, and I'm going to tell you what these three things have in common. They all help children with cerebral palsy live a better life. And I'm also going to tell you about Evan. He's a child with cerebral palsy, a great kid. This is him on the front page of the Children's Hospital website. Evan has diplegic cerebral palsy. CP is another word for cerebral palsy. It's an injury to the brain at or around the time of birth. It affects motion, coordination. This is a slide showing that the prevalence of cerebral palsy in the world is a lot higher than people think. It's the most common disease or disability found in children in the developing world. Evan has been seen at Children's Hospital throughout his life. So this is Avatar. Who here has seen Avatar? Anyone? Cool. They use the same motion capture technology that they use in video games. There's our man tiger. And this motion capture technology was originally developed to analyze people with physical disabilities and how they move. So basically you put reflective markers on someone, you have special digital cameras with computer processors that figure out where they are in three-dimensional space. You create a general model, and then you can apply any model on top of that. We do the same thing at the Center for Gait and Movement Analysis at Children's Hospital. So we turn the kids into robots too, is what we call it, and we have fun. This is our new facility at the Anschutz campus. What we do, this is a software we use. You can see that these cameras are tracking this marker. We basically connect the dots, measure some ground reaction forces, and we create our own computer model. Then we create these graphs that show how the different segments are moving in 3 dimensions. Then a multidisciplinary team looks at these graphs. There's orthopedic surgeons, rehab medicine docs. So Evan, he had interventions like physical therapy, he had custom fit orthotics, and some of the kids need special assistive devices. A lot of times, extensive orthopedic surgery is necessary. Evan's had different muscle and tendon lengthenings. The analysis tells us which muscles to cut and how much to cut them. Sometimes more extensive orthopedic surgery, bone cutting is needed. Now we're going to talk about another intervention, Clostridium botulinum, also known as the microbacterium that creates botulism. Botulism can cause paralysis, it can paralyze your respiratory muscles, but we use it to help kids. We injected Evan's muscles that are spastic in his arms and legs. Other people think that paralyzing the muscles in their face makes them look young and pretty. I think that varies. Evan's favorite intervention, though, is something else we offer at the Children's Hospital, the Children's Hospital Sports Program. It's a ski program that was started in 1968 with veterans with amputations who were paired up with kids with amputations, and they went out and skied. They did this at A Basin. Evan has been going to HSP throughout his whole life. I'm a volunteer instructor there as well. We can take a kid with almost any physical disability and match them up with adaptive equipment and take them out on the mountain, and they can learn self-esteem, confidence, all through physical achievement. This is Kelsey. She staged this accident to terrorize new instructors for HSP. Don't worry, she has prosthetic legs. She was not hurt in this setup. Chris Anthony of Warren Miller Films is a Colorado ski legend. He has teamed up with us with HSP to raise funds and advocacy. Last year I was able to create a fundraiser with some friends where we raised money. And on stage we had Evan to help us out. We also had Hannah Pennington. Hannah Pennington has cerebral palsy also. She's a 2-time Paralympian. She's climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and we just found out that she made the Vancouver team for this year. So let's hear it for Hannah. Woo! So this is another event we were able to create with Chris Anthony that Evan participated in. We took a bunch of the kids from HSP and their families and took them to a Warren Miller film premiere, got them up on stage, we introduced them to everyone, then we took them the next day to Loveland Ski Area and got to go shred with the ski pro. I think Evan's greatest contribution, though, is the Courage Classic. Those of you who know the Courage Classic, it's a 3-day, 150-mile bike ride over mountain passes in Colorado. And Evan raises money for that. He's not able to ride the bike by himself, so I'm riding on the tandem with him. So how can you help? Well, I recommend that you go to Out for Adventure 2. It is going to be June 17th at Mile High Station. You can also support members of Team Courage, kids with disabilities, and they're riding in the Courage Classic. With your support and your donations, we can make sure that these kids know themselves as whole, complete, and perfect, and that the champions that they truly are. Thank you.